Today we are going to Amanohashidate. If you don't know where that is, don't worry, as I'm going to take you there right now. First, we hop on a 2-hour train ride from Kyoto Station all the way to Amanohashidate. Make sure to buy your tickets in advance or at a ticket booth, as all the seats are reserved on this train. We visited in mid-December, so it hasn't snowed heavily yet, but it was still very cold. Once we arrived at the station, we walked over to the Amanohashidate viewland. Did you know that this place was actually one of the 3 scenic views in Japan? This place was basically a lookout, which basically includes a chairlift or a monorail up and down, and there is also a small Ferris wheel at the top, a small train that children can sit on, and also pedal carts at the top of the lookout. The ticket prices of getting a return trip on the monorail or chairlift was actually quite reasonable, although you had to pay separately for any of the rides that you choose to do on top of the mountain. The ride up was actually pretty enjoyable, except for the part that the cold air hitting your face. I even had to bring out my beanie. If you're scared of heights, don't worry, because this chairlift is only around half meter to 1 meter off the ground, so it shouldn't be much to worry about. We quickly arrived at the top, but despite the cloudy day, the views were still very impressive. Some people say that the land bridge looks like a dragon rising up into the sky, but I just don't really see the resemblance. There was also a photo opportunity on the side of the hill, which costed 1,500 yen for a photo. On the other side, there was a lucky pottery throne. It was 300 yen for 3 pottery discs, which is a self-serve cabinet. If you throw the disc through the hoop on the side of the hill, your wishes of avoiding evil will be granted. After wandering around for a bit more, we walked over to the revolving viewing path that is suspended by stairs. It was so cold that it even started to snow as we walked across the path, and you can also feel the structure shaking under the wind. hill we had a pretty good view of the ocean. We walked back to town and wandered around a temple, just next to the sea. I even lit an incense stick for good luck, as you will see in a second. We rented bikes to go across the land route, and it costed around a few hundred yen for the three of us, for up to 3 hours. So I felt like it was a pretty good deal. You could see the ocean on either side the whole time, and it was definitely worth it. I found that the ocean in Amanohashidate is not as blue as compared to somewhere, say, Australia, but it is still generally very clean and pleasant. They even installed pine tree looking shower heads on the beach for people who want to go for a swim in summer. Anyways, it has been a long day, so let's enjoy the train ride back to Kyoto, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.